Okay, so here we are on my desktop computer where I will attempt to log into a few accounts using two-factor authentication. Now, before we begin, there's something you should know about two-factor authentication applications is that there's an acceptance mechanism feature built into them. What this does for you is give you a little leeway to enter in a code that was previously expired before completely marking it unusable. The reason they created this is to avoid pissing off users who try to authenticate using a code, but for some reason they're not able to do it in time. So, for instance, let me move over to my mobile phone so I can show you a quick demonstration of what I'm talking about. So here's a video of my phone. I'm going to hit play. Now I'm going to attempt to log into my Coinbase app. And then afterwards, I open up my Authy application, to which I have to put in a few security measures in. And then now let me pause here. The reason why you can't see my codes is because there's a built-in security feature inside of the recording app that hides sensitive information. But you can see here that I successfully copied the code. So now I'm going to hit play and I'm going to attempt to copy these codes over into Coinbase. Now, as you can see, Coinbase is still loading. Now, by the time this app loads, the code is expired. So then I go back into Authy to get a new set of codes. You see how much time this is taking. I then copy the new codes, go back into Coinbase, and now Coinbase is still loading. So I could be doing this for like a good 10 minutes before I'm actually able to successfully log into the application. So you can see why this is a problem. That's why that mechanism exists. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to this aside, and now I'm going to attempt to log into my KuCoin account. So let's do this. KuCoin. Let's verify traffic lights. All right, so now it's asking for a 2FA code. Now, since I'm on my desktop, I have all the applications that I have installed on my phone on my desktop as well, which means I have the Authy tool that I personally use. Let's bring that here. Now, this is what the Authy tool looks like. I have all sorts of accounts synced up with this application. So let's go and let's find the KuCoin, which is here. And now you can see the code, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this code, right, before it expires. Now that the acceptance mechanism is still in effect, right? So even though it has expired, remember here is the previous code that I entered, right? Now, even though it has expired, I should still be able to log in because of that acceptance code. And here I am. I can now log in. Now let's log back out. And now I want to show you what exactly is going to happen if I enter in the wrong code. So let's log back in again. So let's copy this, and let's enter in a random set of digits. Let's change the last one to a 5. Now, let's say I'm an attacker, and I assume that this is your code, which it is not, and then I try to log in. Look at this here. Verification code is incorrect or has expired. Please try again in 2 hours. Now, if I'm an attacker, I'm not going to want to sit here for 2 hours to wait to try again. You can see how frustrating this could be for them. So This is why two-factor authentication is key to protecting yourself when logging into online accounts. Now, what I want to show you is, let's refresh this page. What I want to show you is how long it takes for a quote-unquote expired code to be marked completely unusable. So let's log in here. Again, chimneys. Right, so that previous code is up here, right? Now this is the new code. Let's see how long it takes to mark this code unusable. So we're going to let this code expire. So now here's the older code. Right, so now basically what essentially is happening is, if I use this code, right, what's going to happen is the next code that comes along, that code will need to expire as well. So essentially you could look at it this way. Codes generally expire within 30 seconds. However, the acceptance code, it looks like it adds an additional 30 seconds. So this code will expire after 1 minute. That's 60 seconds, right? Now, either way, you're still being protected. Because again, the attacker is not going to want to sit there for 2 hours trying to figure out what the code is. He's going to move on to the next person. That's pretty much it. It's quite simple. I recommend that you all use two-factor authentication if the application or website that you're planning on logging into supports it. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching this video.